Sorry
Just
about
took a shower.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I did not know that that they were shaking up. But what do you think about it? What did you think about it?
It's actually really good.
Okay.
And I don't love seltzers.
All right.
You know what I mean? But this actually is really tasty.
Okay.
Just make sure it doesn't explode all over you.
Well, that's good.
Took
Now
a little shower.
Now you got your drink. Now we can really.
Well, I actually brought wine.
Oh.
So I got backup.
Well, excuse us.
Right.
Excuse
But
us.
First Alert Weather, this is our brand. Atlanta News First.
Come on,
Biggest
now.
team in the Southeast. Seven meteorologists.
Really?
Yeah, that's a plug.
So I want to take it back. Let's just before the meteorologist. Let's go back some. What even got you started? Why did you want to be a meteorologist from the jump, or did you want to be an actress first, or did you want to where was how did it go?
I have been such a nerd since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
Okay, back when we had VHSs, right, videotapes when we were kids. My dad gave me remember Discovery Channel?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, my dad gave me a Discovery Channel VHS called Tornado, Hurricane, Flood. I watched that video. I mean, it was over and over and over. And my parents thought I had problems. They're like, is she okay? Because she watches that every single day. I knew every single word. And I just became obsessed with weather. And I was always good at math and science, and I remember tornado warnings. I grew up in Maryland. I remember every time there's a tornado warning, I would go outside and look for the tornado. I've never been scared of the weather.
Really?
So then when I went to college, I'm like, what do I want to do? What would I be okay with doing every day? And I'm like, the weather. So that's where that came from. I didn't know I wanted to do the TV thing until I interned for the one and only Glenn Burns.
Hey, shout out.
In Atlanta. For 2 summers, and he convinced me he's like, Ella, TV, you would be really good on screen, and you communicate well with people, and so you should do it.
Yeah.
So he kind of convinced me to do the TV thing, but no, it's always been about the weather.
So you were more trying to do the behind the scenes thing first, and then once you got the convincing of being in front of the camera, you jumped in front of the camera.
I love the science. My favorite part of my day is that first hour when I get to work and I can actually dive into the models, the data, and really get nerdy with it. I love being on TV and because you get to communicate with people.
For sure.
The opportunity to come into people's living rooms every morning.
True.
And wake them up with a smile and start their day off well. Who gets to say that they can do that?
That's very true.
And I love that I have that opportunity and that platform, but to me, my favorite part of it is actually the real science.
That's dope. Now you're from Kansas, right? Or did you
From Baltimore.
Baltimore, but you have family in Kansas.
Kansas City,
Kansas City.
Yep.
Okay, so did you ever get a chance to go out? Because Kansas is known for tornadoes.
Oh, yeah.
So did you ever get a chance to see?
I've never seen a tornado.
Really?
I've never seen a tornado.
In your entire career, you've never?
Never.
What?
I've been through a couple hurricanes, never seen a tornado, but it's on my list to go out with the nerdy storm chasers and
sure.
sit in the back of the Tornado X 650 or whatever those extreme cars are called and go chase tornadoes.
Oh my! I feel like that would be. That's a little too extreme.
Have you ever seen a tornado?
No, I've never. I'm from Georgia. I've never really seen any tornadoes.
We get tornadoes down here?
Yeah, but I've never seen one.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we've got the tornado, the siren thing that goes off, but I've never actually seen. I don't think I want to see a tornado.
Most people don't.
Yeah, that's not. What is fun about? I'm just trying to get in your head. What's fun about weather? I'm trying to figure out what's what's fun about it.
I got you. It's always changing.
Okay.
And it's one of the only things that people can't control.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
We can go all day back and forth about sales, about all these other, jobs that most people have are about people and about the economy and about things that we can control. But weather is so out of our control that's why I love it. It's it doesn't matter what you want. It's just going to be what it is.
Now, here's the thing. I'm glad you brought up controlled weather.
Oh,
do you
Lord.
think that the
We do not.
Wait, let me finish. Do you think that the weather is being controlled by heart? Manipulating the weather and stuff like that. Do you think that the weather is being controlled? Let's be honest. I'm going to take that as a no. I'm going to take that as a no. I mean, you said it's nothing that can be controlled. Let's be real. I think the weather is controlled. Honestly.
Explain it to me.
I think that there is some type of government. I mean, the government does something that definitely controls the weather. They're they can create clouds.
Cloud seeding.
Yeah. So I mean, why can't they control when we get a storm and when we get snow and when we get this?
So,
Break it down to me now.
All right, okay, so cloud seeding involves a raindrop forms on what's called a condensation nuclei. Okay, it's like a little piece of dust in the atmosphere. You have to have those little pieces of dust to get rain.
Okay.
They form on that cloud of dust. So cloud seeding involves dropping these little pieces of dust, if you will, into the atmosphere that then the rain can jump and kind of form on those particles, and that's how you get cloud seeding.
Okay.
Hurricanes involve there's so many more ingredients. You need a water temperature over 80 degrees. You have to be at the right latitude. You have to have the right conditions in the upper levels. You can't have high winds in the upper levels. You have to have high winds in the low levels. How does the government control all of those factors if we can't even control, like temperatures? You know what I mean? There's no way that the government can create huge storms like hurricanes. We can't even predict them. We don't even honestly, to be honest with you, we don't even know how hurricanes form, when they form. We know the ingredients.
Yes.
We don't really know what storms produce tornadoes. We know the ingredients. But there's so much unknown in the atmosphere. To think that the government knows more and can actually control it, like, that's giving people way too much credit.
I mean, we don't know about aliens, but aliens are real. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that we don't know that the government's hiding. So they could possibly be controlling the weather in some way, or at least manipulating it. Not necessarily controlling it, but
definitely
manipulating
think there's manipulation happening for crops, farmers.
For sure.
Some of the extreme floods that happened in Spain last year, in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai. You remember the floods that happened that really tore up that whole entire region from cloud seeding? That was from cloud seeding.
Okay.
That was from the government, right? But to think that we can create massive storms is, again, they're so beyond our control. We don't know enough.
So interesting.
That's
such an interesting.
And if we do, then the government needs to call me up because I want to be part of that.
Oh, you trying to get down with it? You would want to control. Okay, if you could control the weather, what temperature would you have it 24/7? And I guess where would you want it to be? Spring, fall, summer?
Spring.
Spring all the time?
100% of the time, because that's the furthest away from winter.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And April, I go hard for April. You get those blue sky days. The
do.
bugs aren't out yet.
Yes.
There's not mosquitoes everywhere. You don't have the humidity. The flowers are blooming.
It's very true.
April goes hard. I would say
April does go hard.
April goes hard. I would say 74 and sunny, light breeze.
Okay. That's a perfect day for Ella Dorsey.
Blue skies.
Okay.
Wear your sunscreen.
Yeah, I don't wear sunscreen.
Listen, we need to be wearing sunscreen.
Yeah, I know, but.
Ever?
No, I mean, I'm black.
He said, I got that built-in sunscreen called melanin.
Yeah, we it's built in, baby. It's built in. I wanted to, I mean, since we're on this, I definitely wanted to ask, I mean, since you've been in the meteorologist space, do you think that y'all may exaggerate the weather for ratings? Like, do you think you?
That's a good question.
Do you think you hey, it's going to be 80 degrees outside and it's only like 65? You know what I mean? Like.
I think that there is some of that happens.
Okay.
I think more so than on TV, it happens on social media. Like, meteorologists will post something as clickbait for shares because then they get their follows up.
Yeah.
We really are controlled about the way we do it on TV. I don't think that our team does. We don't hype it up. Like, we very much do not want to ride the hype up train because then we lose our integrity, right?
True.
I try very hard not to overhype anything because then when it actually is serious, I can say, hey, look, guys, this is like the highest chance I've seen for tornadoes in over a year. And if I say that, then people actually will take it seriously when it's actually dangerous and, there's actually significant weather coming.
True.
But I do think there is some of that out there.
A little bit of exaggeration?
Yeah, I would say so.
I feel like you need a little chaos in the weather a little bit.
I will say, like
sometimes
sometimes when it's been really cold for a week and then it's going to be warm, I'm like, I think the high's going to be 57, but I'm going to put 60 just so everybody gets excited about it.
Look. So you're admitting to it. You're definitely admitting to it. Well, I think we need a little to shake things up every once in a while.
That's so funny.
Get the people a little razzle dazzle.
Let me ask you a question.
Please.
Where do you get your weather? Like when you want to know the forecast, do you just pull up the Apple app on your phone?
100%. Yeah. I really don't look at TV.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't, but like when you use your Apple app, you think it's accurate?
No.
Right.
Not at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted
I
to
feel
know.
like that one was personal to somebody else, but we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.